J Mazing Podcast, and tonight we are going to discuss an interesting topic about social dilemma. Because nothing vast enters the life of mortals without a curse. Social dilemma. So what is it exactly? What do you think is the impact of social media in our society, especially in the terms of politics and social trend? That was the first topic sent to us tonight. And I think that the term "a picture paints 1,000 words" may be an overused cliche. Do you agree? But the things that we see in social media sometimes triggers our imagination wildly, even without doing fact-checking. Is it fake news? Is it legit? We don't check for legitimacy or other underlying stories. You see, social media plays a big role in shaping an individual's decision and daily lives. The impact of social media in politics is a double-edged sword. It allows those who do legitimate good things, to showcase their abilities, their projects. And of course, on the flip side, there is an opportunity for those who don't do well, those who cheat, steal. There is a chance, a possibility for them to get caught in their game. Now, okay, this is just an example. Let's take the case of the current president and a mayor in Manila. In the beginning of the term, everyone was rooting for the guy in Manila, being able to clean a lot of aspects in his area, doing a job well done. Salute you for all the things that you've done. Now that the elections are near, it's just around the corner, he is now a threat to the presidency slot. Don't kill the messenger. Now, a lot of people say that the negative publicity around him nowadays, from unruly vaccination programs, educational background, even pictures of his younger days, are all allegedly released from the camp of the bigger guy to taint the image of the man in Manila. Same goes for another boxer, and the list goes on and on. It's such a vicious, dirty cycle. Social media is unforgiving. You can be a sensation overnight, then crucified the next day. What do you think? The Netflix sensation social media triggered so many people. I hope you have watched it by now. And here are the top 5 things that I have learned from this film. Number 1, social media owns us. Are you guilty? Oh my God, I am so ashamed, but yes, I am. The apps own me. Number 2, we are addicts. Can you live a day or even a couple of hours without it? Do you go out of your house panicking when you don't have your phone with you? Hits home. Number 3, manipulation is so deep. Those who work for these giant apps just did their job to develop it and create the need, then hook us. We are so hooked that it owns us. The manipulation game is so good, it controls our daily lives and decision making. Number 4, even if some intentions are good, evil sometimes finds its way to lurk in. Classic example, my favorite, the Candy Crush. I love it, and I used to go on hours playing it, just telling myself one more level, and then it goes to these levels that are really hard to finish. There is a temptation to buy, not really cheats, but it works that way. You gotta pay them in whatever form you want to choose, PayPal or whatever, and then you get these things in return for your payment. Level up for lives, no more waiting for the lives, all these bombs and all these upgrades. Works really well. Again, connecting it back to manipulation and addiction. And number 5, before you judge the others, I feel that not all screen time is created equal. There are households that still don't want their children to grow up with apps or without these gadgets. You've heard a lot, I am sure. There are those who still enforce strict parental controls. Are you one of them? There are those who just let everything go, leave it to trust. But at the end of the day, I feel that we should be the master of all these apps and gadgets, not the slave. These are my 5 major takeaways from the movie, from the film, Social Dilemma. What about you? Now, let's talk about quotable quotes. There are so many quotable quotes in the movie Social Dilemma. From those that gives you aha moments, to those that make you cringe, to the ones that sink in really deep. But then again, there was this one big one. Social media is a drug. I'm giving you time to reflect on that. You know, I have spent so many sleepless nights, not because of overthinking, or maybe partly because of it. It's because I could not put down my freaking phone. I swipe and scroll endlessly, telling myself just one more video. Then I toggle to one app. Then I interchange. Guys, I have drowned in my desire. Before I know it, the rooster is there. So yes, I am an addict, and social media is my drug. Facebook and Instagram are my dealers, and I cannot live without them. Now, before we end, guys, let's talk about something that you think is worth analyzing. What are the potential risks of the apps that we turn to every day? And so now, the potential risk of the apps that we turn to every day lies on the aspect that we become so dependent with this one. The team or people behind these apps are the master puppets, trying to keep us all hooked and dependent. The need is so deep, it has become a part of our DNA. And too much dependency have affected the weak ones. It has led to depression, lack of self-esteem, lack of confidence, and sometimes even suicide. It's so dark. It's so deep. We can go all day rationalizing all the good points versus these bad points that we are trying to discuss right now. True, but the possible dangers will always be there. It's like a grim reaper lurking in the shadows. Now, the creator's job is to manipulate us. It has been so effective. But mind you guys, we are willing victims. Now, let me challenge you. Can you fast on your top 5 apps for 1 week? Let me know your thoughts. Comment down below. It's been a J-amazing evening with you, talking about Social Dilemma.